So again, thanks for coming out on such short notice. We only found out about the municipality's decision to hold this engagement session on the future of the so-called, quote, surplus lands last Wednesday. So things had to move very quickly. So why rally ahead of this session? Some of our speakers will be addressing that question in more detail. At this point, I'll simply say this session at this time is unnecessary and frankly appears as a rather cynical attempt to confuse the public about the facts of what the province really plans on that farm side property. And what's really planned is the plowing over of acres and acres of farm side land in order to build a prison. That property remains under the auspices of the Agriculture Research Institute of Ontario. It's an entity that falls under the Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Rural Affairs. At the November public engagement session, we learned from Solgen staff that the land had not yet been transferred from agriculture to Solgen. We also learned that any decisions re the disposition of surplus lands would not be considered until after the land was transferred. So this, to say the least, is a very premature session to have been planned at this point. Our first priority when learning of the status of the land was to write the Minister of Agriculture, Lisa Thompson, advocating for her to stop the transfer from her ministry and to undertake a broad consultation regarding the future of the entire property so that it can remain a resource for generations to come. And many of you joined in that call, either writing the minister yourselves or joining in our emails app to make the case to Minister Thompson and several other political decision makers. The writer of that first letter to Minister Thompson and subsequent letters to the minister on behalf of CAPP is Marie-Therese Valtsinos. She's our first speaker this evening. Marie-Therese is a resident of Oxford Mills, an agrologist, and holds a Master of Science in Agriculture. Please welcome Marie-Therese.